Okay, let's unpack this. Have you ever really stopped to think about how much digital technology is changing the way we learn?
It's everywhere, isn't it?
Totally. From tablets and classrooms, e-readers on the commute.
Right.
These devices are just fundamental now.
Yeah.
So today, our mission is a deep dive into the global digital learning devices market. We want to understand how big it is, sure, but also what that growth actually means for, well, for learning itself.
Exactly. And when we say digital learning devices, it's quite a broad category based on our sources.
Right. Not just laptops.
No, it's tablets, traditional laptops, convertible ones too, those big interactive displays.
Like smart whiteboards.
Precisely. E-readers, other connected devices, basically anything designed to deliver educational content, get students engaged interactively, and support virtual collaboration.
Okay, got it. So what's driving this? Why is it expanding so fast?
Well, there are a few key things. The big one is the increasing adoption of e-learning platforms, definitely.
Yeah.
Then there's the massive shift toward hybrid and remote education models, especially, recently.
Sure.
And just the general sort of integration of tech in classrooms everywhere. It's becoming standard practice. So we're going to look at the sales revenue, 2021, where we are around 2025, and then project out to 2033.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting and, frankly, kind of staggering.
The number's big.
Yeah, this market isn't just growing, it's exploding. Back in 2021, global sales were already substantial, $34.18 billion.
Already a big number.
Right. Fast forward just to 2025, that's expected to jump to $47.1 billion.
Oh, solid increase.
But the real eye-opener, the projection for 2033, it's forecast to hit a massive $89.438 billion.
Wow. Yeah, what's fascinating there isn't just the number itself, but the sheer speed of it.
Exactly.
We're talking, almost tripling from 2021 to 2033 in just over a decade.
It's incredible.
And if you think about the bigger picture, the kind of widespread adoption, it really makes you ask, beyond just giving people devices, what does this really mean for how education evolves?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Are we seeing fundamental changes in how teachers teach or how students engage with the material when these devices are just normal?
Yeah, a totally new paradigm, maybe.
Yeah.
So how does this huge growth break down geographically? Let's start with North America. They've kind of been leading this charge, right?
They definitely set the pace. Yeah, North America's overall sales revenue was pretty robust in 2021, $13.638 billion.
Okay.
And it's expected to more than double, hitting around $34.452 billion by 2033.
Wow.
And a lot of that isn't just general tech love. It's, driven by those big pushes for one-to-one device programs in schools.
Right, making sure every kid has a device.
Yeah.
Especially post-pandemic.
Exactly. That really accelerated things.
So personalizing the digital experience there, how do the individual countries stack up within North America?
Well, the U.S. is by far the largest single market, not just in North America, but globally.
Really?
Yeah, it was over $10.6 billion back in 2021. The projection for 2033, an amazing $26.256 billion.
Goodness. Why so dominant?
It's the sheer size of the market, plus really aggressive integration of EdTech solutions, across states.
Makes sense. And Canada and Mexico.
Also showing really significant expansion, even if the numbers are smaller overall. Canada's market is forecast to nearly triple between 2021 and 2033, hitting over $4.5 billion.
Still huge growth.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Mexico is expected to show similar strong growth, getting over $3.6 billion. It really suggests, the whole region sees digital learning as essential now.
Okay. Next up, Europe. Maybe not always seen as the absolute fastest tech adopter, but clearly a major player here.
Oh, absolutely. Europe's market is substantial. It was nearly $10 billion, $9.912 billion in 2021. And it's projected to hit almost $25 billion by 2033, so more than doubling.
And what's the picture like within Europe? Is it dominated by a few countries?
It's quite diverse, actually. Germany leads the continent. They're expected to almost triple their 2021 sales, hitting nearly $4 billion by 2033. Seems like strong investment in digital infrastructure there.
Okay.
But countries like Russia and France are also showing very strong growth, both projected to more than double their 2021 numbers by 2033.
And what about, say, the UK, Italy, Spain? Are they on a similar track?
Absolutely, yeah. The UK is expected to reach over $2.3 billion by 2033. Italy and Spain are both forecast to more than double their market size, too.
So consistent growth across the board.
Pretty much. Italy should pass $2 billion, Spain over $1.5 billion. But what's also really interesting is the steady growth even in, smaller economies.
Like where?
Places like Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Luxembourg,
Mhm.
many of them are also set to roughly double their market size by 2033. And this whole rest of Europe segment is actually quite significant.
How
It
significant.
was $2.235 billion in 2021, and it's forecast to hit over $6.4 billion by 2033. So yeah, it shows this commitment to digital learning is really continent-wide, not just in the biggest economies.
That broad adoption is a key point. Okay, let's shift focus. Asia Pacific, known for dynamic tech adoption, right? How does it compare? Huge populations, diverse needs.
Yeah, Asia Pacific is definitely dynamic, massive growth potential. Market there is projected to nearly triple. It was $6.426 billion in 2021,
And by 2033.
over $18.5 billion.
Huge. And China's leading there, I assume?
Predictably, yes, China is the powerhouse, expected to grow from just over $2 billion in 2021 to almost $5.5 billion by 2033.
Okay. And Japan?
Japan also maintains a very strong presence, projected to go over $4.2 billion.
What about India? That's such a massive potential market, but maybe different challenges.
India is a fascinating case, a prime example of rapid scale-up. It's projected to more than triple its market size from 2021 to 2033.
Triple. Wow.
Yeah, reaching over $3.4 billion. A lot of that growth seems to be fueled by mobile-first strategies, trying to reach huge, sometimes underserved student populations.
So using digital to bridge gaps.
Exactly. It shows how these devices can potentially overcome geographical and access barriers. We're also seeing substantial growth in South Korea, set to more than double its market. And Singapore is projected to triple its 2021 figures.
Even Australia.
Australia's seeing consistent growth too, though maybe a bit slower paced. Projected around $0.4 billion by 2033. Oh, and places like Southeast Asia as a block, and Taiwan also showing solid upward trends.
That potential to leapfrog traditional infrastructure, that's a really big story.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's clearly not just the major economic hubs. This trend feels truly global. Let's look at the other regions to round out the picture.
Absolutely. It's universal. South America, for instance. The market there is also set to almost triple.
Similar growth rate again.
Yep. From $2.29 billion in 2021 to over $6.6 billion by 2033. Brazil's leading the way there, projected to nearly triple its own market to over $2 billion.
Oh.
And Argentina, Colombia, also showing impressive growth, both looking like they'll approach or pass the billion-dollar mark by 2033. It really signals a strong push to modernize education across the continent.
And the Middle East, Africa, similar investments happening.
Yes, consistently upward trends there too. The Middle East is expected to more than double its market. It was just under $1.2 billion in 2021, projected over $2.6 billion by 2033.
Any key players?
Saudi Arabia is a big one, expected to more than double its market size, getting close to $1 billion. But Turkey, the UAE, Egypt, also significant, rapid expansion.
And Africa.
Africa is starting from a smaller base, obviously, but showing really robust growth. The market's projected to almost triple as well.
Same pattern again.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
From about $7.7 billion in 2021 to over $2.1 billion by 2033. Nigeria and South Africa are leading that charge, both forecast to nearly triple their market sizes.
So when you connect all these dots.
Yeah, when you connect it to the bigger picture, this consistent upward trend across all these incredibly diverse regions, established tech hubs, rapidly developing economies,
Yeah.
it just hammers home how universal this drive for digital learning has become. Often it's about scalability, accessibility, reaching more learners.
Okay, let's bring it all together. What does this mean for you listening? Whether you're a student dealing with online classes, an educator using new tools, maybe a parent trying to help with homework, or just anyone using digital tools to learn.
I think the core takeaway is crystal clear. This market for digital learning devices, it's not just growing, it's accelerating.
Yeah.
Significantly.
Right, towards that nearly $90 billion global figure by 2033.
Exactly. And while North America, Europe, Asia Pacific are the biggest players now and likely will be,
Everywhere is growing.
every single region is seeing substantial growth, often tripling. And it's all tied to these big shifts we talked about.
Yeah.
E-learning taking off, hybrid models becoming normal, technology just being woven into education worldwide.
Yeah.
Which, again, brings us back to that deeper question.
Mm-hmm.
Beyond the numbers, beyond the devices themselves, what impact do you think this massive reliance on digital devices will have on the actual experience of learning for future generations?
Yeah.
Will it change how we develop critical thinking or
Good point.
creativity, or even how we interact socially within an educational setting?
Those are the really big questions. We've definitely taken a serious deep dive into the numbers and trends today.
Uh-huh.
And it's clear this incredible global growth in digital learning devices, it isn't just some market trend for tech companies.
No, it's much more fundamental.
It feels like a fundamental pervasive shift in, well, in the very nature of education itself.
So considering these projections, this increasing spread of digital learning devices into literally every corner of the globe, what do you think might be the most significant, maybe unforeseen consequence? Could be positive, could be negative.
Yeah. Something that comes out of this pervasive digital transformation in education over the next decade. Something maybe we're not even really thinking about right now, but that will inevitably shape how learning happens in the future.